I've got a Steam backlog that's as long as your arm and twice as ugly, so figured I'd crack on with some of the untouched games in no particular order, then get to a point where it's either too shit, heaps not for me, or where I need to take this offline and like get real intimate with the storyline. Today's choice was Chorus. The choice was because the promo art's pretty sick and I love sci-fi space stuff. Right off the bat, this game is a stunner. Pretty enough to show your friends, that's for sure. There's also plenty of polish. I don't think I noticed a single bug in my time with it. Here's where I probably should say though, space flight games don't really source my sword, if you get what I mean. But it doesn't really play like your typical ones, like Elite Dangerous or Skyrim in space. Hell, it's not even like No Man's Sky. It's more like the ships are an avatar for a main character in a third-person action game. Now, at face value, I know that sounds stupid, but hear me out. The combat dynamic works in a fashion not all too dissimilar from like Darksiders, God of War, things like that. There are different ship types. The ship types require specific strategy or weapons to defeat them in a similar way where you'd have like, say, your big hammer had to be used to beat shield guys in one of the previously mentioned games. So you should use your lasers on shielded enemies, and then there's other enemies that require you to only attack their rear by using Space Tokyo drift techniques. I actually really dislike that in the action games, and I don't really like it here either. The open world is odd. I like it because it's space. It should feel open, but I don't like it because everything has a sense of urgency, like the cult is crushing down on you, and then, you know, fucking Space Sonya is like, "Oi love, mind dipping off to Aldi to get me some beats?" And I feel that really doesn't kind of sit with how the story is progressing and the sense of urgency that there is. The story is quite good, and it feels like it would benefit a lot more from a more linear designed game than what we have. Like, some of the best moments for storyline and progression are where you're sort of channeled into going one direction. So basically, once you start an actual mission, that's where all the good stuff actually happens. I also feel the controls are a bit awkward, like, at least with keyboard and mouse. Like, yeah, I'm shit, I get that. But I don't feel like the control system is helping. Now, maybe it'd be better with some sort of flight sim rig or a joystick, maybe even a controller, but controllers are for Souls games. The next thing that I wanted to note was that Nara's inner monologue, I feel like it's supposed to be kind of creepy and mysterious, but it really comes off like it's, you know, Senua from Hellblade if you got her from Wish.
I know.
For the circle to stay away all these years, Sav must have offered them something big. But it's no good now, and he knows it.
All in all though, it's not a bad game. It's pretty, it's polished, the game does what it says on the box. It's just not so amazing that I'd persevere through a game type I'm not into to see where it goes. Not shit out of 10.